pickup truck with this little rickety rink setup? Well, yeah, you can. Did you know that? So actually, what got me started on this was the other day. I went and I had to help a good friend out. My good friend DJ, which a lot of you know who my good friend DJ is, and he decided that his gallbladder was going to go no good. And so he went into the hospital last week, and we went in there, and he had to have his gallbladder taken out, and he was in the hospital for 4 days, 4 or 5 days last week, and he was in the hospital. And so when he was in the hospital, he had a whole bunch of jobs come up, and he wasn't able to get to them because he was in the hospital. He wasn't allowed to he wasn't allowed to work. He's not allowed to lift more than 15 pounds. And so he booked 3 jobs, and it ended up being right at a little over $2,000. Now, Jason, the good person that I am, and I like to help people, and I like to help my best friend, right? You like to help your best friend, which is DJ is my best friend, if you didn't know that. And so DJ and he did drive, he did film me, and when he filmed me, we ended up doing 3 jobs at $2,000 day. Now, he hits a lot of $2,000 days. Most of his days are $2,000. And so, with that, we're going to talk about how do we get to $2,000 days and how can you do that. Hi, Jason. I know where you're at. I love that warehouse. And so, I've got a truck here. This is Donovan. This is one of his signs. You can see here his signs: pressure washing, window cleaning, pressure wash. He don't listen to me too well about what to do, and so one service, right? One service. Now he does pretty well off these signs, and so signs do work. And so we'll talk about how you can do a $2,000 day, because in the end, it's not that hard, right? It can be hard sometimes in the beginning. It can be hard if we don't have our lead flow, right? And so we will hit on that. But before we do that, I see a whole bunch of people on here, and I want to say, what's up, John Cena? And big Rob from Jersey area. Jersey area. We got Brandon Smith. How you doing, Mr. Hi Jason Almighty Apparel? J Dog, what's up, Mr. Martin? How are you doing? We got Zerny, Tabor Pro Wash. We got Trisha. We got Wild West. We got Mike. Mike from he's actually was one of my competitors in the back in the day. If you guys watch Mike's channel, Mike Carmonial, I believe it was, he was one of my competitors way back when. Just getting started, but made 475 house wash with my Simpson 2.5 and a downstream injector. That is up. We got Brandon, that is in Georgia. And so let's hit on what are some things that we need to do so that we can hit $2,000 days. Like I say, Mike, he is a competitor of even DJs, right? DJ, one of the houses we did would be in the same area. It's probably about 20 minutes from Mike. It was about 40 minutes from us. It's on the north side of Cincinnati up in Blue Ash. And so we did that job. We did a job down along the river. The job up in Blue Ash was like $1,400. It took us 3 hours, and he got it for $1,400. The next job was 3 sides. It was a big 3 sides, and it was a $400 job $400 job, and then it was a $444. And then the last house was a house that, and I will be doing videos on all of these that I've done, that I will be showing videos because I got a lot of video of me cleaning these houses. Um, and so the last house was like $400 too. And so it was actually in Taylor Mill. It was real close to where we were at. And so with that, we did over a $2,000 day. Jason, that hasn't washed and been on the truck since 2018. I've been helped other people, but I've never, I pulled all the hoses, I rolled all the hoses up, turned on the water line, because my little fat buddy, I didn't want him blowing things on the inside. And sometimes I had to beat him over the head to tell him to take a break, let me get it. And sometimes my little fat buddy don't always listen. Like probably most of you in here don't always listen to what you're supposed to be doing. And so with that, we ended up doing a $2,000 day, $2,200 day. Like I say, I hadn't been on the truck in 5 years. Now, it's like an old hat. Once you pressure wash, you know how to do it. I teach it enough that I can do it. And I was actually surprised by the end of the day of that, doing that $2,000 day, I wasn't wore out. Now, let's talk about how we can do $2,000 days. So, is it the equipment? Look, I'm going to show you something. This is Donovan's shop. When you talk about buying equipment, he bought this rig here for like $5,000-$6,000. This is a $17,000 rig. He bought this rig here for $7,000. It's got a burner. It's got 8 gallon a minute. It has electric hose reels. It has, it has a booster pump on it. It has a Predator generator on it. It has the water fed pole. It has this rig here probably is about $15,000 to build it. It's 10 to 12 if somebody built it, let alone if someone else built it. Donovan bought it for $7,000, right? Here's another unit over here. And what I'm getting at is can equipment help us get it? Absolutely, it can help. Donovan bought this piece of crap truck right here, this old Ford with equipment in it. It had an 8 gallon a minute. It has hose reels and different things. And he bought this truck for like $1,000. And so what I'm hitting on is, a lot of times we think, oh, we got to have equipment to be able to do $2,000 days. You can do $2,000 days with a 4 gallon a minute pressure washer. Now, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer than when I did my 8 gallon a minute. Equipment is not the key. 8 gallon a minute. I know Hunter did $150,000 last year with a 4 gallon a minute. So when people say, oh, I got to have 8 gallon a minute, I got to have the latest, greatest, that's the biggest bunch of crap. Because here's the thing. When I did those 3 house washes, they were all house washes. There was no window cleaning. I did no window cleaning. I did no driveway cleaning. It was 3 house washes. So when people say, well, I got to have all this greatest equipment, is a bunch of crap. And I don't believe in that at all. I don't believe in at all. Because yes, equipment can make us more efficient, but equipment is not going to make us money. That is not what's going to get us our high dollar tickets, so that way you can grow and scale your business. How do you get high scale tickets? Well, when I ask people, what is your close rate? And whenever I hear somebody say, oh, my close rate's 60, 70, 80%, my first words out of my mouth is you're too cheap. You need to raise your prices. So actually, if you all see me walking around in this shop, we got all kinds of equipment in here. And this is Donovan's shop down here in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is where we do our trainings down here. And so we have lots of equipment to show you how to use it. But the biggest key is, that's Friday is that, but Saturday is all about marketing, because marketing is what's going to grow our business. Marketing is what's going to get us our higher tickets. That's what's going to get our average up. That's what's going to get us our higher tickets. And even on Sunday, we're going to show you how to hang lights. We hang the lights, you cut the lights. We show you how you can walk on the roof with our good old pitch hoppers. We got pitch hoppers here on the roofs. We have roofs that you can literally use the pitch hopper. This is a 12-12 pitch right here. You can put this pitch hopper on the 12-12 pitch, and you'll see that even, yes, Jason's fat butt can stand on this here. So we got the pitch hopper on there, right? And I can use this pitch hopper, and I'm standing on the pitch hopper. If I can show out there. So I'm standing on the pitch hopper on a 12-12 roof. Pretty cool, huh? Right? Pretty amazing. And then we actually have another roof here. And so this is why I love doing the training down here in Raleigh, North Carolina, because we have this other large roof here that he puts up on the forklift that we do 12-12. And we allow you to use the goat. We allow you to use the pitch hopper. We allow you to do all of those things so that way you can go back and be safe when you're doing your training. So before we get going on here too far, let me know what's the most you've done in one day. I'd like to hear what's the most you've done in one day. If it's $200, high five for you. I'm excited for you. If it's $1,000, high five to you. That's awesome. If it's $10,000, high five to you. That's awesome. And so I would just like to see some numbers of what has been if you've never done anything and you're just trying to get started. Wild Wild West is $1,047. Awesome. Pink Robin, $1,000. D, $800. So we also get to use the goats, which we have the goats right here. $1,500, $350, $650. And so $250. $3,500. $3,500. And that is awesome. $3,500 on a commercial roof. $675. And so the reason why I'm wanting you all to post this for the day is I want you to see $10,000 with the help of my best friend. That would be me. $2,000. The reason why I want you all to post this is because I want you to believe that you can make this. You can make money doing Christmas lights. $99. That's my buddy right there. King, $99. Big Rob has made $2,000 in a day. And so the reason why I want you to post that is because I want you to see that it can be done, right? It can be done. I know a lot of times we don't believe in ourselves. And if we don't believe in ourselves, there's no way we're going to be able to get higher tickets. So how do we get higher tickets? Well, first off, we got to get the phone to ring. If we don't get the phone to ring, we can't really give those higher tickets. Second off, it's all about marketing. Who are we marketing to? Are we marketing to the right customers? Are we marketing to the people that live in the $100,000 houses? Or are we getting into those neighborhoods where we are doing that are $500,000 houses, that are $750,000 houses? Are we getting into those neighborhoods that we can start asking for higher prices? The other day, the house we did, I think it was like 3,000 or 4,000 square feet, right? It was $1,200 or $1,400 was the ticket with everything on it. So a $1,400 day with one house took us 3 hours. We were there for 3 hours. The whole day we use, I believe it was 50 gallons of bleach. Now, I was using quite a bit of bleach and I was hammering down on the bleach. I'm not going to lie. I probably could have been better about it, but I wasn't. And so with that, this is how you're able to do this, right? And so we have to offer packages. Now, offering packages, I'll just tell you a secret here. Does anybody in here want to know a secret of how to offer a package and not even do no more work? Who in here wants to know how we can offer a package, and we don't even do no more work. Now, I personally like to do my packages a little bit different, as in basic is the house wash, medium is the windows, and the premium is the driveway. Who in here wants to know how DJ gets an extra $100 or 75 to $100 every job? Can any let me hear me, or I want to know what the secret is. Let me see. I wanted some people to put I want to know what the secret is with some thumbs up for liking this video, and I will give you how you can get an extra $100 by doing the exact same thing that you were going to do before. So one thing that DJ does, so if this is our house wash, right? This is our house wash. We're going to do our house wash. One thing he does is package one is he does all the way up to here. He doesn't tell him they're going to do the gutters and the soffits. It's all the vertical surfaces, all the vertical surfaces. That's all the package one is. And that package is $300, $326 for a minimum house wash. That's the lowest house wash he has on there. All the way up to here down. Does not do the gutters, doesn't do the soffits. Now, he is going to clean the soffits and he is going to clean the gutters, but package two is all the soffits, all the gutters, all of that's going to get clean. And I'm not talking about brushing them. I'm not talking about rubbing on them. I'm just talking about spraying bleach on them and letting them clean, not getting rid of tiger stripes. All he's going to do is he's going to clean everything. And that's an extra $75 to $100. And people pick that package, that middle package, almost every time. And so he has been able to raise his minimum price from a $300 house wash to a $400 house wash, all by doing the exact same thing. He's not changing nothing else. He is going to clean the whole house, whether they pick the bottom package or not. He's just offering it so that way we can get our average ticket up. Can I hear somebody say, that is brilliant? That is smart. I can get my average ticket up. I'm going to do the exact same thing, and I'm going to get my average ticket up all by just cleaning everything. Now, he didn't come up with this. Our good friend Brian, I think his name's Brian, the school teacher out of Indiana, is the one that taught me this and told me about it. And DJ is still doing this package. Package one is all vertical surfaces, all vertical surfaces. Package two is the soffits and the gutters. And so when he does that, he's able to get a higher average ticket, and he's getting his average ticket up into his average ticket right now, DJ's average ticket's about $900 to $1,000. I'm running a $350 basic house wash and a $500 full package. And here's the thing about that. We want a higher ticket than that. We want to offer them a $1,000 ticket. If we can offer them a $1,000 ticket, that's going to help us out a lot. So his premium package is the window cleaning. That's his premium package. So it's basic, middle, premium is what it is. And so every job he's offering an $800 to $1,000 ticket every job, no matter what. Because the goal is the higher we can get our average ticket up, the better off we can. I copied that from DJ. Brilliant. Give us the secrets, Jason. So that is how we're able to get our higher ticket up. That is how we're able to grow our business, because now we can start putting money in marketing. You know, DJ spends about $2,500 to $3,000 a month in marketing, and he's hitting $25,000 and $30,000 months. And so this is what you have to do. When people don't put money into marketing, that is what it will slow you down. Now, I'm down here in Donovan's shop, and he's doing $30,000 per crew. is his goal. 30,000 per crew is his goal. It don't always get done, but it does do. He's not spending hardly any money in marketing. Now, he's been in business for a long time. His Google My Business is doing really well. He has a decent website. It's not an old website. He's been in business for a long time down here in Raleigh, and he just got a website about 3 years ago. But he's been in business for almost 10, 15 years and just got a website at 3 year ago mark. And one thing that helps him get business is he still does yard signs and does lots of yard signs. You can see up there, those are all yard signs. There's a couple thousand yard signs that he puts out every year because yard signs work. They just do. Um, you know, they're money bushes. They're called money bushes for a reason. You plant them and they bring money in, and then they turn into money trees. And then you keep planting them and they keep coming in. So if you want to buy money bushes, go to moneybushes.com and you can buy money bushes. They're about $350 for 100 yard signs. You know, I hear people say, Jason, I just can't get no business. Yard signs don't work. How many yard signs you put out? I put out 25 yard signs. We got to put out lots of yard signs. We got to put whatever marketing we do, we got to do it a lot. We can't just do it a little bit. If we're only going to do it a little bit, it's not going to help us. It's not going to grow us. It's not going to get your business where you want to be at. So when we do something, we have to do it a lot. And I mean a lot. Money bushes, not the funny bushes. Exactly. We want money bushes, not funny bushes. I love the marketing idea that you did there. Awesome. So, with that, um, you know, we will have training here. So this year, last year we were in this room here. Well, this room and out here. He's got to move a bunch of this stuff for in the morning. But it's hot out here. So this year we're actually going to be in the front office. That's where the class will be at this year. They're playing poker in there right now. And so we won't, that's why I'm not in there right now. But yes, this year we will be in here in October when we come back down here to October. I just sent out 5,000 EDDM looking for a good return. And what I'm going to say about that is obviously, if it's your first time, we need to send out 3 to 4 of these within 3 to 4 weeks, every 3 to 4 weeks. If you send out 5,000 in one go, and this is your first time, I wouldn't expect much of a return. And I know you don't probably want to hear that, but I'm just going to let you know you're not going to receive much of a return from EDDM if you've only sent them out one time. It is definitely a long game. It is something that you have to send out at the same addresses, and you have to do it 3 to 4 times every 3 to 6 weeks. And that's what you have to do to make them be able to work. Money bushes, I got 4. I'm way off. I'm putting signs out tonight and tomorrow, and that's a good time to do them. You want to, Jason, do you have a Facebook? I do have a Facebook. Normally I post on Facebook. It's right under Jason Guyman, Geiman, is what my Facebook is. And I do post on it quite a bit because I started using Facebook to get leads. And so you can do the same. Now, you got to grow your Facebook audience because if it's just you, your mom, and your friend, you're not going to grow your business on Facebook. So that's how that goes. We got Mr. Gaines. How I haven't seen you around in a while, bro. He popping up here. Putting out signs tonight after the Bill game. Dummies, saturate the market. 2024 house wash and driveway, $25. Just do the work and you got to hustle. And, you know, that's the thing. Been busy. That's awesome. But awesome, awesome, awesome. Gutter clean money bushes are hot. You know, and, you know, I love when I see people say there's too many people in the market and there isn't no business and you can't make money in pressure washing. And you know what? You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You know, because you believe that you can't make money on in pressure washing. You're right. You can't. It's one of those things that it is a lot of mindset that's going to grow or not grow your business. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that you're better than a $25 guy, then yes, you're right. You're going to compete against the $25 guy. Are we going to lose jobs against the $25 guy? Absolutely, you're going to lose jobs against the $25 guy. Why do you think that the close rate is only 35 to 40 or 50%? Because that close rate is low because we're losing those jobs against those lower prices. And so that is just what happens. In the beginning, you got to raise your prices significantly. I mean 20%. And I mean some of you need to raise them 50%. And I know that it is definitely hard to do, but it is definitely something that you can do so that way you can grow your business. Because if it's all about leads and how we get those leads, it's all about marketing, right? We got to be able to put marketing dollars in there so that we can raise our bids. So here's the deal. So the other day, I have a rental house. There was one thing smart that I did when I was 20 years old, 21 years old. I bought a little rental house. I paid $58,000 for this rental house. And it was a house that I actually lived in when I was younger. And so with that, I've paid this house off because I've owned it for 21 years. I've paid it off and it's paid in full. And so the other day, right before I'm coming down here to Raleigh, they call me and there's leaking coming from above the dryer. So they sent me some video, and the video shows that the leaking is coming from, I knew where it was coming from. It was coming from the toilet area. Now, that's a pretty poopy job, and that's not a job that I want to do. So when I was sick back in the spring when I went to the hospital, we had a water leak that came down and in our house, and it dried. It came through the water in the drywall. And so back then, my wife looked for a plumber. We called 4 or 5 plumbers, and one plumber answered. One plumber answered and came out the same night. Now, that fix was a $400 fix, you know. And so with that, I was like, I couldn't do nothing about it. I'm in the freaking hospital. And so with that, so we still use this plumber. Now, they have a pretty good name and they have a good rep, and it isn't cheap, right? So they give us 2 quotes. The first quote was to remove the toilet and to replace the wax ring. And the second one was to remove all the bolts, the whole 9 yards. And there's another hose. They took another picture of another problem area that was from the sink that was sinking down, and that. So they gave us a I think it was a $300 ticket one. And then can anybody guess how much the second price one was? It was $1,600. And so my wife's like, do it. So she picked the $1,600 one. So he went, did great work, took pictures while he was doing the work, sent the pictures to my wife. You know, it's like they've listened to me. They've done everything that I tell you to do, right? It's all the little things. Take pictures while it's done there, doing the work, fixing it, doing everything they needed to do. And so this was a $1,600 job that took him 4 hours to put all new guts, all new everything in this toilet. Now, you might say, Jason, what does this have to do with pressure washing? Well, he gets done. They call me. The renters call me. Jason, it's still leaking. Well, poop. So my wife calls Jolly Plumbing, and Jolly Plumbing's like, we'll have somebody out there at 5 o'clock. And so at 5 o'clock, the dude showed back up, and he had to fix it. Now, do you think if we would have hired somebody that was cheap, are they going to come back out there and fix it the same night? And the answer is no, that's not going to happen. The answer is there's somebody out there would have did the exact same work that Jolly Plumbing did for $500, and they wouldn't have made no money because they had to go to the store 3 times. They would have had to do all of those things and do that. Now, my wife paid it, and it was a peace of mind, right? It was one of those things that when we charge higher prices, when we are the highest person around in our area, then what happens is we will put those customers, when a customer pays you $1,500, $2,000, guess what happens when something goes wrong? You will be right back out there to fix the problem. Now, the cheap guy is going to be like, screw that. I don't want to be cheap. I'm going to be cheap guy. I want more close rate because I want to work a job. I don't want to work a business. I want a job. And what I mean by that is he's making $20, $25 an hour because he wants a job. He's not charging enough. He can't get business. He has crappy equipment, and he has a job. And if you want a job, there's plenty of other channels out there to go watch than mine, because I don't want to teach you how to do a job, because a job's not going to make you 100 grand a year. My goal is to help 1,000 of you got people make $100,000 a year, because that is good money. And I want you all to make good money. I want you to make good money. I don't give you advice that I would not do myself. I give you advice because it is what you need. It is how you grow your business. And so with that, it is definitely something that you can do, and you can do it well. And when I see people, I'm not picking on, I'm a small town and get $2 a linear foot to clean gutters. This is definitely something that I actually seen it in my Christmas light group. If you ain't following the Christmas light group, I do have a Christmas light group. Christmas lights training and community, or something like that is what it's called. And with that, I seen somebody write in there, go see what everybody else is charging. That is the dumbest thing you can do, because here's what happens. You go find out what somebody else is charging. You're going to charge less than what they're charging, and you're going to do better quality work. But what you don't realize is that person that you just went price shopping off of is broke and is about ready to go out of business. Now, if you want to be broke and be ready to go out of business, then follow that advice. Follow that advice 100%. But if you want to grow your business, then you need to make sure that you are listening to this channel. Now, there is somebody that just came on this channel that I will tell you to listen to him too. And that is Bobby Walker, right? Bobby Walker, Journey of a New Entrepreneur, is another guy that teaches high ticket, high price stuff. He's in Florida, and he's almost to $1 million a year doing pressure washing. Yes, the state that you can't make no money because everybody down here is a pressure washer, and there's more pressure washers than you can make money. And so with that is proof that you can make money. You can make a good living and not have a job. Now, if you want a job, then that's fine. Have a job. But I don't want you to have a job. I want you to make a good living. Jason, since you left the fire department, how are things going for you in YouTube? They're doing well. My YouTube channel got hacked last week, and we'll see how it's going to hurt my channel in the long run. I get guys calling me more prices all the time with their low hour equipment is for sale around me. Who is a good Google ad manager? That is a good question. We just hit $100,000 revenue part-time. Thanks. Love you, Jay. And so, that's the awesome thing about it is you can make $100,000 doing this part-time. This isn't something that I'm trying to tell you that you can't do it. It is definitely something that you can do, and you can make good money pressure washing. You just have to take action, and you know what? As we are pressure washers, and as you're pressure washers, there's things that get scary, right? There's things that get scary. There is things that fear will tell you that you suck. There's people in your life that will tell you you suck. I want to tell you, you don't suck. You are an amazing human being. Did you know that? Did you know you are an amazing human being? I've seen people come in here that have watched my channel that's going to do $200,000 this year. He was a cook. He was a cook. He was, he used to run drugs. He has lost everything almost, lost everything. And he started a pressure washing business. And now this year, 2 years later, he's going to do, 3 years later, he's going to do $200,000. I got to see him at a picture of it at his school with eating lunch with his son. You know, that is an amazing dad right there. And with that, this person coaches his football team, his son's football team, every day at 4 o'clock. He don't work past 4 o'clock. Every day at 4 o'clock, he goes and coaches his son's baseball team. Now, he had a lot of people against him. He screwed a lot of people in his younger days. He probably did bad drug deals when he was younger. He went to prison doing drugs. He went to prison for a long time. This guy's been clean 6 years. This guy is an amazing story, and that's why I love telling the story about him. You know, and I just seen, like I say, I talk to him still every couple weeks. I still keep in touch with him. You know, this was a guy that emailed me in the very beginning, and I'm like, here's my free trial, bro. I don't know what to tell you. He was one that I was like, you know, here it is. I will help you in any way I can. Here's my free trial. And he took that free trial and he ran with it. He took action. You know, he started selling jobs before he ever had a pressure washing job or pressure washer. He bought a 2.7 gallon pressure washer and started out of the back of a 96 F-150. He just sold that F-150 this year to his nicer truck. And so the reason why I'm telling you this story is it can be done. When all odds against you, step into it, man. Step into all odds against you. You can do this. Now, is it going to be easy? Hell no, it's not going to be easy. Are you going to fail? Yes, you're going to fail. Are you going to learn from those failures? Yes, you're going to learn from those failures. And so that is what I push you more than anything. You know, it's one of those things that it is amazing. And yes, you are right. Greg Townsend is amazing. And that's who I was talking about. Greg Townsend started with literally nothing. And so with nothing, he did it. You can do the same thing and you can grow your business and be successful. And so, yes, it was Greg. He started with a 2.5 pressure washer, and now he's going to do over $200,000. And year COVID hit is when he started, so that was 2020. And so 2022, he's going to be over $200,000 in a pressure washing business. He coaches his kids. He does the things that he needs to do to be able to grow his business. You know, he still does things that's uncomfortable for him, and he makes it happen. And so that's the thing that I want to tell you is there is times that it's hard to take that next step. There's fear. There's fear of failure. There's fear that someone don't like you. Who cares? It's about feeding your family. It's about doing the things that you need to know that you can do it. And it's amazing at the end of the day. And so that is the biggest thing is you can make things happen. You know, you have to know your numbers because you can do $100,000, but if you spend 80, you're not making $100,000. And you're absolutely right on that. 100% right. You know, I've seen it, and most of the time I see it. I don't really see it a lot of times in the lower end. I see it in, oh, I did $500,000. Oh, I did $1 million, and you didn't make any money. And so that is the thing that I see a lot. And you're right, 100%. And knowing your numbers is very, very important so that you can be successful. What's your number one marketing tip? Also, what platform has been the most profitable for me? And I'm going to tell you which one has been the most profitable for me. So I started out, I did a little bit of everything. I started out when Groupon was a thing. I started out when Living Social, and I don't even know if Living Social is still a thing. And so I started out in there in the very days of doing $99 jobs. Yes, I did $99 jobs because I gave them $99. I wasn't doing very good marketing. But so what I would say is, you know, Google Ads was probably the most best for me, or long yard signs. How did I get to my million was through Google Ads. Google Ads has changed. Google Ads has went up a lot. And so do I think you can still do it with Google Ads? Yes, I still think you could do it with Google Ads. But I also think that there's other things that you can do that will help you. Yard signs is a good thing. Google Business Profile would be a huge help for you. Now, I know Google Business Profile is not easy anymore. You will get suspended. Bobby Walker got suspended with over 600 reviews, 600 reviews, and got suspended. So don't think that you can't get suspended with Google My Business. Don't ever change your name. Whatever your name is, don't change it because it will get suspended. So there's definitely things that you can do to grow it. But Google Ads, yard signs. I've seen people make $100,000 off of yard signs alone. Yes, $100,000 off of yard signs. So I would definitely recommend yard signs. Yard signs is definitely something that will help you and you can grow with yard signs. There are people who will lowball you. Have a mindset not to give them a single dollar discount, no matter what. Don't fall for their BS. Amen to that. Love me some Bobby. If you have $1 million revenue, what are you shooting for profit wise? And a lot of times people don't know what that bottom line is. Even know people. Your bottom line is the most important line, the profit line, right? That is the most important line that we want to focus on. What up, Jason? Awesome video. As you always talk, thanks for inspiration, all of us, and need to take the Christmas lights training. Yep, it'll be Saturday and Sunday. First year pressure washing, glad to find your YouTube channel. Awesome. I go live on here every Sunday night at 9 and every Thursday night at 9. And I am what I tell you. Any marketing you need, any marketing that you do, you need to be consistent. You need to be prolific. You need to be relentless. I go live every Sunday night, even when I'm out here with Donovan, and we are growing a pressure washing business. Who's that guy?
Hey, you got a bunch of people on here.
Yeah, I got a few.
What you been talking about?
How equipment makes you money.
Oh, yeah, all this equipment sitting right here, all the money it's making me?
Yeah. No, how equipment doesn't make you money, how marketing makes you money.
Okay, very cool.
And how you can do it. Is there anything special about you?
I didn't quit. I'm somewhat consistent. If something didn't work, I just started trying the next thing. But nothing special. I would, to be honest with you, I don't think anything particularly special. Matter of fact, I'm probably worse at almost everything than most people who are successful. I just didn't quit. And when something didn't work, I just focused on the solution instead of, oh, this ain't going to work. I just focused on the solution and moved on to the next thing. I'd probably say that stubbornness and I'm too dumb to quit is the only thing I got going for me.
What's for supper?
What is for supper? We got some Hooters for supper tomorrow, okay? And then we got some catering from Milton's Italian restaurant for Saturday. Sunday, we don't do supper because we let everybody hop on the plane. But we got a lot of food lined up. Jason and I had filet mignon. I bought Jason a burger for lunch, and he bought me filet mignon and lobster for dinner. So I was like, hey, Jason, I'll get lunch. Then we got to dinner, and I'm just like, check.
He don't know he's going to buy Chris Roos on Sunday. So.
Oh! I think the last time we got breakfast at the Denny's, right, or something like that, and we had this amazing waitress. She didn't do anything like, I would say, super special, but she was just like on her game, and I think we left her like $100 tip. But what we did is we put it inside a $1 bill. So we did like a $1 bill and then 100 on the inside. So, and then we left. Like we didn't even stay to like see her reaction or anything. But that was just right up the street. That was something fun that we did last time. Yeah, this is going to be a jam-packed weekend. I know the last class we did, we went out to like a beer garden and hung out and stuff like that, but we're not going to have the time. This class is booked solid. So
we will be taking down a Christmas light display. Yep. Some people, if they want to, on Saturday or Sunday.
Yep. So my guys installed a house today. I think it was $4,000 or something like that. And so my guys put it up today in 3 hours. One guy was out there for 4 hours, and the other ones were out there for 2 or 3 hours, something like that. Anyway, first house of the season, they got it up $4,000 in like 3 or 4 hours. And then so we could go out there, depending upon how late the class runs on Saturday. They're throwing a party out there on Saturday, so we might go out there and just let everybody see the lights who wants to see them. But then on Sunday after the class, whoever doesn't have to leave, we can go out there and do all the takedowns. So it took 3-4 hours to put it up. We'll be able to take it down in 10 minutes. It'll probably take us a little bit longer than that for the sake of, just teaching or whatever, but the actions of it, we'll be able to take down that job with wreaths and garland and everything else. The garland that we put around our columns, did you show them this?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So one cool thing that we're doing is like this right here. If you look at this piece of garland right here, it's already fluffed, like right here on the ground. And then we got a no-wrap strap right here and a no-wrap strap down there. So the way that we're going to put up this garland, what used to take 15 minutes, right? We got it on this board, so it's all getting fluffed right here at the shop. So when we go to put this sucker up, take it off the board. There's a little hook up here at the top. We just hook it onto our no-wrap strap.
And Donovan likes to fluff a lot.
Jason likes for me to do his fluffing. Right? But the key is we're just being gentle with this garland, right? We're not smashing it. We're not throwing wreaths on top of it or anything else. There's already a flat side. You don't step on it like I just did. But what used to take us 10, 15, 20 minutes, I just wrapped this whole column in about 3 minutes. I can tighten it up. You might have to do a little bit of fluffing or something like that. Do I got a power cord over here? I don't think I do. But that whole column's good to go now in like 2 or 3 minutes. So that right there was $150 to $200. And like I said, that used to take us 20 minutes. Now that literally just took like 2 or 3 minutes for me to fluff. I mean, it's already fluffed. We just put it up. So we're doing some real cool things like that. Those are the things that we're talking about at the class. So anybody who comes to the training, anybody can just spray bleach on a house. But what you want to learn are like this time-saving tips, the 25 steps to like efficiently wash your house so that you can make $300 an hour, right? My crew...
Well, that's why I was saying the other day I hadn't been on the truck, and me and DJ did a $2,000 day, 3 house washes. 2
old guys, and one of them hadn't been on the truck, and the other one's gimpy, right? So and hit a $3,000 day.
$2,000 day.
I'm sorry.
$2,200.
$2,200, right? And so that's what the benefit of coming to this class is. That's what we're focusing on, is like getting the high ticket, the premium options, so that on power washing, that's what we talk about. It also Saturday, we're spending all day doing the quoting and how to get those. Make sure you're setting yourself up for success from the start. And then Sunday's all hands on, where you're learning little tips and tricks like this, because I'm trying to get, per 2-man crew, I'm trying to get $10,000 days. Now, there's other big training companies out there, and the guy teaching his class, he's making $3,500 days. So per the crew. So the people, the house that my guys went out to today, that would have taken his crew all day, and my guys did an underground drain flush, 4 gutter cleanings, a window cleaning job, and that house today. And it was the very first one of the season. They got all that done in one day, 3 guys. So that's sort of the tips and tricks and the difference maker when you come to a class like this. But I'm going to focus on my priorities and go win these guys money and
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
keep
come
the poker
back
game.
and beat him too. So
Jason's his stack is just sitting in the corner, like we've been dealing them out, and so it's like my stack is like going down, down, down. I'm down like $20 right now, and Jason just has a pile of chips over there. So anywho, see you guys later. I'm sure we'll go live later, and hope you guys learned something. But if we don't see you this weekend, maybe we'll see you in October.
awesome. Yeah, and we actually have a special guest that's going to come in on Saturday and teach us how to send better emails with copywriting and that kind of stuff. So it isn't just going to be Jason. There's going to be other people. There is also going to be a chance that somebody might be a special guest and actually teach how to do better sales. And so that is what we do. Underground Flush, it is the jetter tool is what you use. And I don't know if he's got it over here. If it is over here, I'll be able to show you the jetter tool. It's a little black hose. You can buy it on Amazon. And then I believe they put a piece on the machine that will allow it to do it. So let me see if I can find the jetter hose here. Maybe not, maybe so. Let's see, is this it here? Yeah, so this right here is the jetter hose. It has this cool little nozzle right here. You can see it has one nozzle going forward, and then on the back side it has nozzles going this way here. And so this is a jetter tool. You just shove this in, and so there's a bunch of nozzles shooting back or shooting forward, and then the one that shoots forward. And then what also does makes it do the jetter or makes that jetter work. I'm not going to be able to show it. This stupid toolbox is in the way. On the pump, you actually, I don't know if you can see this or not. On the pump over there, there's a little black handle on the pump right there, and I don't know if it's focusing or not. And you take out one of them, and so it makes it pulsate, and it's basically taking out one of the check valves, and it's pushing that check valve in, and it makes you know how your pressure wash will act like a machine gun sometimes. Well, this tool actually makes it like a machine gun, and so that's how that jetter works. How can I get into this class? You can go to kingofpressurewash.com and check the in-person link. And in there, you scroll down in-person class, and there will be. I think if you go to CLC light training is where it is too. If you go to christmaslights.io, and you can go to in-person training, and that will show you where these classes are for this here. There also may be a link down in the bottom of this video. So tomorrow is pressure washing. Saturday is all about marketing. Sunday is all about Christmas lights. But other than that, hope you all have a great week. Also, if you want to check out the membership, we talk about marketing on every Monday. We have a marketing Zoom call because marketing is the number one thing grows your business, right? And so if you want to check that out, you can go check that out also to join the membership. Other than that, I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see about 20 of you this week. And so starting tomorrow. But hope you all have a great day.